Hi, my name's Alan Dawes, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the exclusive rights that are granted to authors upon copywriting their material. Also, I'm going to be talking to you about works that are currently in the public domain and works that are out of the domain. According to Section 106 of the 1976 Copyright Act, there is a bundle of exclusive rights that are granted to the author and owner of a copyright. These 5 rights include the right to reproduce the material, the right to perform the material, the right to display the material, the right to create derivatives of the material, and also the right to distribute the material. Also, according to the Copyright Act of '76, only the author or owner of the copyright can publicly use any of these rights. The length of the copyright depends on the length of time that the owner is alive or the author is alive. It also then protects the work for up to 70 years past the death of the owner or author. And then once that happens, it moves into what we call the public domain, which allows for as many different adaptations or as many different modifications as anybody sees fit. There are 3 works that are in the public domain which I will discuss. The first one is the epic poem from Greek mythology called Homer's Odyssey. Granted, there were no ways to copyright this material back when it was written. This Odyssey is now in the public domain. There have been many different adaptations of it, including video games and movies, and one of the most recognizable is the recent movie that just came out, probably in like 2006 or 2007, called Troy. Another work which is in the public domain is the Holy Bible. It has been transformed into many different adaptations over the years, including children's Bibles, the little mini handbook Bibles that you get and are handed out. Also, it's been translated into many different languages. These are all derivatives of the original Holy Bible and are therefore in the public domain and are open for fair use amongst the public. The third and final work which I will mention is the 1812 Overture by Tchaikovsky. It has many different arrangements and has been written for many different instruments over the years. However, the original by Tchaikovsky is not protected, so therefore anybody can write their own adaptation of this overture at any point in time that they want to. From here, I'll move on to the private domain. One work which is in the private domain is the most recent CD by an artist called Tool called 10,000 Days. The whole premise of the album and the musical arrangements are copyrighted by Tool and therefore cannot be created or redistributed or performed in any way by anyone else. I mean, their albums aren't even on iTunes at this point because they believe so strongly in the copyright and in artists getting paid for their music. Another work which is in the private domain is the 2010 movie by Christopher Nolan called Inception. The idea of exploring different layers of your subconscious is not the thing that is copyrighted here. It is the actual premise of the story, the actions of the characters, and the way they go about exploring the mind and the different levels of dreaming. The third work which I will mention that is in the private domain is Michael Jackson's Thriller. There have been many lawsuits among many different places just for playing this music. Even though Michael Jackson has recently died, the longevity of the copyright continues and extends throughout 70 years past his death. So we could be looking at somewhere around 2060 as being the ending of Michael Jackson's music copyrights.